Hello friends, and welcome back to My Hobby Home. My name is Cathy. We are doing an Eat to Live edition. What you see here is just the start of a budget-friendly holiday dinner. First thing I have my oven preheating to 75, is we have an oven-ready turkey breast, and I'm going to tell you what it says we have to do. And let me see, this was $16. That's a lot better than that $40 turkey I was looking at. It comes with, I guess, your gravy and a turkey breast. Now, I have seen some that are already cooked. All you have to do is heat it up. This one here looks like we're going to have to cook it. It says, do not remove it from the bag. Let me move this. And you'll also see I have some pans and bowls back here. That's the other items that I'll be cooking. You'll see how this is packaged up. This is going to take the longest. It said it can take up to 3 hours. I don't have 3 hours today, but I will record what I can and bring y'all along with it. We are to cut 3 slits. And it is very frozen. So I've got my 3 slits cut into that. So what I am going to do is wait for my oven to come up to temp. I'm going to put this over in my sink in a bowl of warm water. So it looks like you're mainly going to get sides today, because that is going to possibly take 3 hours. This right here cooks in a 350 for 35 minutes. So what I'm going to do is preheat my bottom oven to 350. Okay, for this recipe, this is our green bean casserole. I am doubling the recipe. That's my milk. So what I need to do, we're mixing our cream of mushroom soup right here, our milk, and our black pepper. So in this bowl I have here, I have my garbage can over here with the lid open and ready for me to do this. I told you I'm doubling this, and that is because we have a lot of people that really love this in my family, and I love it as well. Get my spatula in here. Get this in my bowl. Have a smaller spatula here I'm going to clean this can out with, because we don't want to miss any of this goodness. Now, if you make your own cream of mushroom soup, that would be perfect, including the recipe down in the description. So don't worry about the measurements. You can just go down in the description, and I hope to be able to put a link for all of the recipes out there for you. Our next thing is our milk. I use evaporated milk. It calls for it calls for 3/4. I'm doubling it, so that is 1.5 cups. That is a whole can of evaporated milk. And then our black pepper, it calls for 1/8. So that's going to be 1/4 of a teaspoon there. And now we will just give this a good little stir. We don't want to make a mess out of it, so we're taking our time. And y'all, this is my favorite mixing bowl that I have. It is a Pampered Chef mixing bowl. I used to be a Pampered Chef consultant, and I had to get out of it because I did not, well, first off, I got sick, and I just did not have the time to do it. So I am not going to need this. My 375 oven is ready. And our next step, once we have this mixed really well, is to stir in our green beans and 2/3 cup of the, oops, that missed the can. So I have drained out my green beans, and I'm just going to put a can at a time in there. Make sure they're getting coated really well. Now, did I drain my cans really good? No, probably not. It's just whatever you like. I don't like my green bean casserole being real dry. So if there's a little bit of liquid left in there, it is okay. So we are stirring these string beans, green beans, whatever you're going to call them. Here in the South, we call them string beans because most of the time we grow them. I do have canned green beans that I put up myself, but I'm using these instead. Now, our next, it says 2/3 cup. So that's going to be 1 1/3. We like a little extra in there. It just gives such a great flavor. My bottom oven is just about ready for this casserole. I will have to set multiple timers because my oven only does the 1 timer. But we're making sure this is good and stirred. Now what I will do, I will pour this over into this pan, but I will spray it. I'm going to spray my pan with extra virgin olive oil because we want to be able to get all the good bits out. Now, as I said, this one here is going to cook for 35 minutes, being that we've doubled it. I doubled my pan size as well because it calls for a 1.5 quart. A 9 by 13, not a 19. A 9 by 13 is approximately a 3-quart dish. So we've got our green beans in here. We're spreading them. We want them to be even all the way across. Now, I'm not going to top with my onions yet, and we will bake this for 30 minutes, and then we'll top with our onions. So I'm going to go in and put this in the oven. While we are waiting for our green bean casserole to cook, this only takes 15 minutes to heat up. Because this is an Instant Pot chicken and dressing recipe or chicken and stuffing recipe. I am not cooking my chicken in the Instant Pot. I am doing canned chicken. So this recipe calls for unsalted butter, 1 large onion, a can of cream of chicken soup, 2 boxes of stovetop, and some reduced sodium chicken broth. Now, I do make my own chicken broth, but for the sake of this recipe, we will be doing everything purchased. And the first thing that we have to do is saute our onions. Now, my countertop here is already, I actually sterilized it, Clorox wiped it, so it's ready to go on some onion chopping, but I'm not chopping the onion. I am only cutting the onion open. And this onion, I've had this onion for a little while, so it needs to be used up. Let's see if I can get the peel off. I need to get the green onion center out. I always take that top layer off because I don't really want that. I don't use a very small chop on this because people that don't like onion can pick it out. And friends, I hope y'all are, I'm hoping to get this out to you guys Wednesday evening, but if I don't, that's okay. So first thing I'm going to do is take a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm going to put it in my saute pan. Now you can see I have my butter in here, and once my butter is melted there, I am going to dump that chopped onion in it. And break those pieces up. And I am going to saute these down until they are translucent. While we are waiting on the green bean casserole, we're going to get started with this. I have the butter and onions going. Our next step is we are going to add our chicken broth and cream of chicken. So the chicken broth calls for 1.5 cup low sodium chicken broth. We like ours a little extra moist in there. And yes, I'm using the same bowl. It's okay. it will work out perfect. I've already put my other spatula in the sink, so I'm using this one here. It's actually not a spatula, but it works. It does the job. We're putting our cream of chicken soup in here. Now, the recipe does call for celery, but no one in my family eats the celery. So, we just do the onions, which is fine for us. So now what we're going to do with this cream of chicken soup is we're going to stir it until it is smooth. It does say whisk, so let me grab a whisk. Okay, I have my whisk here. I guess I actually could have done this with an immersion blender. And this, guys, I know I'm over here to the side, but got all my goodies in the middle there. Now, I am going to do a different variation of the recipe than what y'all are going to find online. I am going to go ahead and take the stuffing mix and sprinkle it in my pan, because I see my onions are starting to smoke over there. I will stir this around, so don't fear. So here we go with our second box of stuffing mix. And if y'all were here the other day for the other video where I was talking about this, I told y'all I've never used stuffing mix. So this is going to be a first for me. And being my hands are clean, I'm going to go on and mix up those seasoned. Whoops, I'm making a mess. So I am going to take my can of chicken. We like the dressing more than the chicken or turkey. So I'm just putting 1 can. It's not a full pound of chicken. It's pretty close. But I'm spreading it out so we have a little bit of chicken in almost every scoop. If you got a big piece like this, you can break it up. But we've got enough of it in there. So what we're going to do is wait for these onions to get done, and then we'll pour the onions on top, and then we'll pour the liquid on top of the onions. And friends, we now have our onions sauteed. I browned them. I love having those browned bits in there. We have about 5 more minutes for the green bean casserole to be done. So I'm going to spread the onions throughout this and pour over my liquid ingredients into the stuffing. So here you will see I'm just going to pour a little all the way, and I may actually put a little extra chicken broth in this, because I like my dressing to be, I don't like it dry. But now we have our stuffing ready to put in the oven. And I could actually put it in the oven right now, but I'm waiting on a little tray to put it on. And friends, while we are waiting on our, let's see, our dressing, our stuffing to come out, we're going to start with our dessert, which is the classic Ambrosia salad. We are going to drain our mandarin oranges. Now that we have our things drained, we have our cherries cut in half and drained, our mandarin oranges drained, and our pineapple tidbits. So right now we're going to mix the coconut. This is a 20-ounce can. Yes. So I'm pouring it in this bowl because this is the bowl I will be carrying this to my daughter's house. So we have our pineapple, our coconut, and our coconut we only need half a cup of sweetened coconut. If you don't like coconut, I guess that's optional. You don't have to put coconut in there. I have a sister that is allergic to coconut, so she don't get it with coconut. And we are going to put our halved cherries. I'm just going to pick them up to keep them out of the juice, because we don't want all that juice in there. And that's my favorite part, is the cherries. And we are to do 1.5 cup of mini marshmallows. So here's 1 cup. There's a 1/2 cup. We like a lot of marshmallows too. Now we are to mix these together well. And you just stir it around. Just mix this. We're going to fold in the mandarins. And I will get a big spoon to do that. So now I have that. And we're just going to fold the mandarins in. They do break up real easy, so be careful you don't break them all up. And now what we're going to do is get our liquid mixture done. And that is our Cool Whip and our sour cream. For our liquid mixture, or our binding mixture, we use a whole tub of Cool Whip. We're going to make sure to get this off the lid. We don't want to leave a single thing. And now we have 1/2 cup of sour cream that we're going to be adding. To me, I don't care if I don't add a full 1/2 cup, because I would rather the sweet flavor than that sour flavor coming through. So we will gently stir this together until it's mixed, and I think it's mixed pretty good. Let me taste it. Guys, my turkey's not going to be ready before the end of this video. I checked the temp, and it's not at the temp I need internally. So maybe the turkey is something you can cook a day ahead also. And as you're cooking your casseroles, just slide it in the oven and let it come to temp. Because this turkey breast that I got is not cooked. I thought it was fully cooked, but it's not. And it's frozen. So we have got our Ambrosia salad. Now you can add nuts to this if you want to. I don't. We don't eat the nuts. Once you get this mixed, put a lid on it and refrigerate it. And friends, now as another side, I am just using one of the baked sweet potatoes that I did yesterday. I'm putting butter in it. I am going to sprinkle just a little bit of cinnamon and sugar in it. Since it's just me, this will be okay. But if you want to do this for a whole crowd, just figure out how many potatoes you would need. If you get a large potato, you can actually cut it in half, you know, whatever you want. I'm just going to put a few marshmallows on this just to toast them in the oven while we wait on that turkey. Well, friends, here we are with most of our meal completed. We have our stuffing, our green bean casserole, our sweet potato, and we also have some fluff, which I just got on my hand. So let's try this. I'm trying the stuffing first. Got a little bit of chicken, got some cranberry sauce. That is good. I'm shocked. Very good. So now let's go to the green bean casserole. Always good. And our sweet potato. I'm trying to rub a little bit of that butter. My marshmallows are not melted all the way. That might as well be a sweet potato casserole. Tastes just like it. And last but not least, our Ambrosia salad. So friends, this is minus the meat, which has got about another hour to cook. So we're looking at a 3-hour meal. Quick and easy to me. That is quick and easy. You could make this a quicker by getting a ham or an already cooked turkey breast. There are many things out there that you could use. But this is great. The green bean casserole took 35 minutes. The chicken and dressing took 15 minutes because I used canned chicken. I did not have to cook that chicken. The ambrosia salad just took however long it took to mix it. And the baked sweet potato, just put it in the oven. If you cook your baked sweet potatoes earlier in the Instant Pot, just open them up, season them, marshmallows, throw them in the oven for about 10-15 minutes, and they're good to go. So friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy your family and loved ones. And give me a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, please do. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.